After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Just keeping the play alive. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Goff on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense.
And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter. But that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. To throw is Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We're good.
On 1st down, it's Goff.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Smith.
Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
break. 56. Watch the out. Watch the out. Watch out now. 50. Go.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Tua going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Ready, break. Mike 29. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 29 is the Mike.
Now Geno on first down. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. D. Eskridge, 81 yards. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Let's go now. Blue, 32. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Here it comes. Here it comes. Shoot. 43 rail.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Okay, right? Bang, 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 bang. 10 cycles. Green Jack.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
52 Blaster. Blaster, 6.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On play action, here's Tua. Hill diving, and he's got it full extension. What a catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Ready.
And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Puna Ford, the one to get to him and drop him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here we go. Rank 38. Drill 52. What we got? Kill. Ready.
On second down, Mostert.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go one more.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Set, hut. 60 red. 60 red.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Check 4-3. Striker, 3-3. Ready, go.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This taken in at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 29.
From the gun, here's Smith. Flushed out right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, 48 yards.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time.
You got tight. You got tight. Shot. 17. Blue striker.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
Room here to run. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
With his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that might come.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin. As the first half is winding down.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Ready, go.
It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Push him back. Push him back. Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long.
Now Gino. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Bradley Chubb picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm here all day. Switch.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
Panther Street. Panther Street. Mustang 19.
They snap it to Smith. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Coming after you.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check 37. Check 37. Hey, Blue. Ready.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Watch out now. Safety Fury. Yellow.
57's the mic.
In motion, Hill.
57's left. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Drill green.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. That's swung out to Mostert.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
95.
Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort, but on fourth down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on the. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
3 yards remain for second down.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Mostert diving for the end zone.
He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Slam, slam, slam. Check three, check three, check three. Check, 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 check.
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
It's a run with Mostert.
And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good, and that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a two-point conversion away from tying this game up. Gino's going to throw. And he's brought down. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. And how about this decision? Tie game, fourth quarter. They want the ball back on the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Nice 57. 57's mine. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Kill, kill, kill.
22 needle.
Check 99. Check 99.
Ready, go.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready, ready. Black 40.
Rip right.
Ready, ready.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
On the set.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
I don't even know why this team showed up. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Get him. Get him. Get him. Jumper, jumper. Jumper, jumper.
Let's go.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. I got you. I got you. Deuce, 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 deuce.
Triple 38. Black shot. Go red.
In motion, Hill.
Nice 57. 57's Mike. Rip left. Rip left.
Claws red. Ready, ready.
Tua. He is going to find Hill here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. You better be afraid of me.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. Black, 95.
57 to Mike.
Here's Mostert. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Down.
Second and goal from the 1.
They're running it.
Set, go.
And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
On the ready.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
56 to Mike.
Set, go.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. A huge loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there, as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Ready.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, let's go.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Mike 29. We got to get the ball, D. Go.
Smith now to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So it's the Seahawks who are going to get the first crack at things. They'll possess it to start things off here in overtime. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
First throw here in overtime for Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
On second down, here's Penny. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Inside handoff, Penny, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try the air now with Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down.
18 Cardinal.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Gino. They set up the screen to Penny. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Gino now to throw. This is the tight end, Fant. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Out of the gun, Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
On 4th down, Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.